So, I thought of these lyrics. Sorry, Indiana Jones, but you ain't digging up these bones. And I wanted to make a hyperpop song about them. For inspiration, I watched Rebecca Black's remix of Friday. What I took from this is we need a punchy kick, some distorted vocals, pitched high up, really fast BPM, and a fun melody. Simple. First, I made up some stupid lyrics related to milk in order to contextualize that previous lyric. Then I went ahead and sang it as monotone as I possibly could, although I'm not a great singer, so there's all of this busyness.
Pouring all of it down into my gullet, yeah, dripping all the calci into my tummy.
And then I threw it into Melodyne single track and adjusted the pitch of each syllable in order to give it a melody while retaining that really distorted quality.
Pouring all of it down into my gullet, yeah, dripping all the calci into my tummy.
Auto-tune? I manually tuned that garbage. Time to go to our perfectly legit copy of FL Studio and turn that BPM all the way up to 150. I sped up the vocal track to match the time signature, pitch shifted it up an ungodly amount, and put on some effects to make it sound even more robotic.
Pouring all of it down into my gullet, yeah, dripping all the calci into my tummy.
Now we need to add that punchy cook. That'll steal your wife. A straight kick is fine, but since I have no percussion knowledge, I decided to overstep my bounds and give it a little bit more of a groove. A pinch of hi-hat and a dash of snare, and you have a nice beat salad. After that, I took the same vocal track as before, but pitch shifted it down to give a cool low grumble.
Pouring all of it down into my gullet, yeah, dripping all the calci into my tummy.
I noticed that playing the two vocal tracks out of sync gave a really neat effect, but lining up specific words gave moments a sense of importance.
Pouring all of it down into my gullet, yeah, dripping all the calci into my tummy.
Next, I wanted a cool lead synth, even though they're incredibly difficult to find in this economy. Although when I came across this one, I absolutely fell in love. Yes, I learned that bit specifically for this video, so you're welcome. So these are the chords I came up with. That is spicy. For the bass, I used the same program but found a different preset that was gritty and thicky. That'll steal your man. After tossing in some background stuff like this and this, the overall song was still sounding kinda flat, so I decided to go synth mining again. I came across this bad boy down here, which sounds like if TV Static could deadlift 300 pounds. Alright, so this just follows the bass line for the most part, other than a few deviated notes here and there. And it was at this point I realized that you have to write a lot more lyrics to cover the same amount of ground when you're playing a song at 150 beats per minute. But because I didn't want to go back and write more lyrics, record them, edit them, you're just going to be stuck with repeated lyrics. After the first chorus, I went into a long, slow bridge with that amazing synth in order to really highlight it. However, it wasn't quite enough on its own, so I recorded some guitar strumming just to fill it out. You get the point. After that, it's just a little bridge in order to get us back into the chorus. And it was at this point I found the effect that is the holy grail of EDM, gross beat. That allows you to control both the timing and the volume of whatever's going on in each bar, and that allows for some real funky stuff.
Pouring all it down into Michael, yeah, dripping all the seed into my some Indiana.
Minimal work for maximum output. Now after choosing this particular beat, I had to rearrange pretty much everything around it, but that ended up being a benefit. I went ahead and threw in some more guitar strumming, and this was basically just a straight strum. Nothing fancy here. But throwing in that gross beat, man, it just really comes to life. Which, okay, admittedly it doesn't sound so great on its own, but doing that along with the vocals makes it sound really neat.
Pouring all it down into Michael, yeah, dripping all the seed into my some Indiana.
And so here we have the second bridge. And basically I just said milk really fast in order to express the themes and arcs of what the song is trying to portray. Other than that, I didn't really affect the second chorus too much other than throwing in that synth from before. And boom bam, we are finished with this bad boy. I threw in a bunch of automation just to get effects lined up right, and I guess we can play it now. I hope you guys enjoy. Hidden production note here. If you want things to sound smooth, just add a swell and a crash.
1%, 2%, 3%, 4%. Pouring all of it down into Michael lit, yeah, dripping all the calci into my some me.
Yeah.
Pouring all of it down into Michael lit, yeah, dripping all the calci into my some me. This mineral just might start forming. This is a lag type. Make your own stalagmite will break them off and fight. This mineral just might start forming. This is a lag type. Make your own stalagmite will break them off and fight. Pouring all of it down into Michael lit, yeah, dripping all the calci into my some me. Pouring all of it down into Michael lit, yeah, 1%, 2%, 3%. Indiana Jones, but you ain't digging up these bones. Just my skeleton is stronger than 3,000 men. Drinking milk thrice a day till my thoughts start to decay. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pouring all it out into Michael, yeah, dripping all into my trunk. Indiana, pouring all it out into Michael.